I had a couple people named Eldridge and Shar reach out to me, and they were actually looking for someone to help them with a website because they have a organization called Wings as Eagles that they just started up, nonprofit, this last year, that they're going to be helping veterans do what they need to be able to recover from serving and all the different veteran needs and rehabilitation and helping them apply for things and transport. And so they had this need for a website because everything they do really is going to need a website to earn the trust of the people that they want to serve, of course, and actually ultimately continue to grow their impact for the vets out there. And so they reached out to me, and I gave them an opportunity for some different packages, and they went with this one, the starter package, which had 3 pages up to about 5 sections each. And had a price point for expanding for additional section. And a section is a page of the website, which I'll show you in a second, that is viewable in a screen. And so that included a website, the copywriting, so what we're going to put on the site, and the site mapping, just figuring out where things are going to go, which includes custom layout, actual design of that, the custom graphics, existing media uploading and placement if they had any. And in this case, because they were so fresh, they really didn't have much except a logo. And then search engine optimization, basic for their needs to be able to show up online in a Google search. And of course, domain linking and assistance, because they had already purchased their own domain, which is great. And then it's not included in what I charge here, but it gives them full turnkey ownership, which is totally unfortunate that most organizations do not give their website clients total ownership of their site. And however, I do. And so I also want to help you maintain this site throughout, but it's pay as you go rather than have to do a monthly recurring or retainer fee. And I think that really helps, especially nonprofits as well, but I do this for profits as well. And they can get a coaching session with me if they want to be able to do their own updates on the site, which is great, or they can just have me do the pages, additional section design for them, or swap in content for a regular price point, which I'll show you all, which you can find, on our website, my website, for the pricing guide, and or DMing me specifically for that information. But you'll see that on the website ideally, and that's why I'm not showing them. The price points could change, and so you'll want to definitely check that pricing guide that's on my website for these particular things. And then I also offer them a DIY custom template page, which allows them to expand the site either on their own, or I could use the template for them and just update it versus having to create it from scratch every time. And that allows us to save money and ultimately make things a little faster and easier for them. And so that was the offer for my starter package that I gave them. And they were excited about that. So we got started. We got inspiration from different sites on the web. We got the copy text together for what they wanted to say on the site. And then of course their logos. We were working on photos and videos for later. And so that's going to be an update that they're going to do later. And so ultimately for the inspiration, we wanted industry leaders, local leaders, or valued design. And so I referenced specifically the Wounded Warrior Project and other nonprofit sites that I've worked on in the past. And so then those were our inspiration. And then we got to work on actually designing what is going to go on the site. And that's really your bios, information of your staff, your brand story, your vision, mission, and value statements, your services and offers, and then of course the audiences that you want to serve, and the impact and outcomes you're looking to do for them, proof and credibility of who you are and that you're able to do that, whatever supporters you currently have, if that's something that you have the ability to do, and of course a contact form and information. And so we worked on this together, and then ultimately, of course, got the logos. If they have any additional partner logos or affiliate logos, we'll add those later on the site. This is a fresh new nonprofit, and so they were very fresh on that. And so we were going to wait until they had more additional things to put on those. But of course, that's very important throughout the site. and your people in action. That's something they're going to be working on, getting facility photos, clients being served, staffs in action, and headshots. And of course, their people in action, same thing for all these things on video, and they are currently working on video. I also do video production for them, but they're a little further than my local vicinity. I could always drive out to them. So they went with a local person, and they're going to get that to me, and I'll put that on their site. And so this is pretty much what we were able to get before the launch to be able to be successful. And then I added my little bit of pizzazz to the site. My goal ultimately wanting to portray them professionally and of someone of trustworthiness, but I don't want to use AI, created people or that kind of thing, or stock imagery, because I firmly believe that when it comes to your people, your site is you, because you're doing the work and service or business for people. They're interfacing with you, not the logo, or definitely not some sort of stock photo. So I think it's important to show your human side of the site to the degree that you can, or just some nice graphics until you can get that ready. And so that was what we went with here for their site. And this in terms of pulling the information specifically for their brand, all those brand categories for actually getting the story and vision and mission and values and all this right here. We kind of put together in a Google Doc and answered some of these questions all together, and then was able to take that content and build the site. So here is a look at the site right now. It is currently live, and it is exciting that I get this opportunity to help serve those who are serving those who served. Say that 3 times. And it's such a blessing because our vets have done so much for us. My uncle and my father were both vets. My uncle passed away. My dad's still here, so he's technically still a vet. And these are really important people that need to be, to the greatest degree we can, served. And so I was just absolutely honored to have this chance to work on the site with them. And so they got a Get Support button, which has a really nice pop-up Get Support form. This is nice and clean also on mobile. I'm not showing you right now the mobile, just the desktop, but it is also mobilized very nicely for that. I can actually demonstrate that for you on a different screen in a second. The mission, how they specifically help, who they are, and it has a nice little bio, kind of expandable site to explain more of who they are. This is what they wanted to put on the site. And then, of course, a call to action, reach out today. This is oriented towards the vets, and so that is a way for them. They can get contacted there again. There's also donations. There's more pages, of course, being services. And so here's the service page of their core values, and then how they serve those vets, and call to action button there. And of course, donate here at the bottom, which also is here at the top. They can become a partner and fill out the form that allows them to do that. Or if they want to donate, there's a really great way that I can incorporate that into the designs that I build. I build on Wix exclusively, and they have fantastic stuff when it comes to this. And so then they have 2 different types of things that they could donate, of course, funds and goods. And so we've got 2 separate forms for each of those categories that they can donate. And so get ways to give them impact, and that they are here to support the mission. So this is a great site that I got the opportunity to serve them in. I'm looking forward to as we continue to develop the site. But I wanted to let you know this is something that I can help you with if you have a nonprofit, of course, or a for-profit business. These are all the same, very, very functional things. This is what that back end of the site looks like in Wix, where the different pages are right here. And you can just click into the particular page, and you can go ahead and edit the text. Very similar, not much different than PowerPoint, which is great. There's just a few more little doodads that it does here on a website that maybe isn't something a traditional PowerPoint could do, but it's very simple and to edit and do that kind of thing. And so this is something I highly recommend. If you want a website, that is something I can help you with. And I would love to help you out, you can contact me here on my website. You can message me on one of these platforms. You can use these contacts here. I would love to be able to serve you, whether it's your nonprofit or for-profit. Check out my site again. You can get updated pricing, or just reach out to me and we can have a conversation. Thanks.